All right, what's good, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Today, I want to talk about the strategist, aka healer role in Marvel Rivals. And I do think it's relatively an easy role, easy class to play. I don't main strategist, I main tank, but I had to get on strategist to get a bunch of achievements. Basically, I wanted the Thor costume and I didn't want to pay for it. So I got on it, I started healing, picked Cloak and Dagger. It's really easy. They generate alt super fast because everything they do generates alt, whether you're healing, doing damage, whether you got the piercing effect or it goes through and does both. Whatever it is, man, I'm getting alt rather quickly. Then I can pop the alt and get a lot more healing for my team. So I really think it's easy. And all I have to do is actually just hide behind my tank or hide behind my team. If I'm getting dived by any one person, I have options for that. Some of us can flat out disappear. Some of us can stun. Well, I say us, but some of the strategists and healers. Once again, I'm a tank main. But yeah, I found it a lot easier than what people were saying it was. Like, I actually think it's like the most mindless gameplay within the game. That said, I also think it's super hard when either you or your teammates are not paying attention. So if you're not paying attention and you're not, noticing they have dive characters on their team that are gonna target you and single you out, it's fine. Oddly enough, I rarely got targeted by actual like true DPS. It was really only dive tanks that were thirsting after me. DPS, while they would target and try to kill me, it would be like equal amounts to what they would try to do with everybody else. I think a lot of DPS in this game just want a DPS. They just want to get kills and they're going to go for it the first thing they see and what's in front of their face. Obviously, this is at lower levels. At higher levels, it will obviously change, but not that lower level. I think it's between plat and gold right here, which is still relatively low, but I mean, plat right now is higher than, it's top 9%, let's put it like that. So that's as of January 26th, 2025. So yeah, man, I don't think it's that bad. We're still in a pool with 91% of other players. So yeah, I don't think it's that hard unless you're not paying attention, and this is just for you specifically. And I don't think it's actually that hard when you're with your team, unless you have a bad team. But that can be said for any role, right? If you have a bad team, you're not going to be able to tank well. If you have bad healers, if you have bad tanks, you're not going to be able to push and take space and things like that. If you have bad DPS, it doesn't matter how much you tank or heal, you're going to eventually die because their DPS are going to overwhelm you and you're not getting any picks or any kills. The people are just living. So I don't really think that could be used as an excuse. Where I think it gets super hard is that your team thinks you can heal anywhere, anytime, anyone, and anything. And that's where I kind of got frustrated. I got people, and I keep in mind, I'm not a strategist healer main. I was just getting achievements, but I got people talking about, yo, heal me. They're screaming and yelling and saying obscenities, and I'm like, sir, you web slinged into 6 people. I can't do anything about that. And it's actually true. Like, I'm unloading the whole clip. For lack of a better word, I call it a clip. I don't know what the heck it is. Magic daggers or whatever they are. Like 15 of these things into you. Like, I have to reload and then you're going to die. What more can I do? I pop alt on the point to try to hold it, or I pop alt to counter other people's alts, and it's just not working. It's like what people expect miracles from the healers. Like, me personally, I just expect common sense. Like, if I'm within your line of sight, like if I'm in front of you, come on, Jeff. Why are you DPSing? Mantis, why are you DPSing? I get it. You want a cool score sheet. You want to get SVP and MVP, but that's all meaningless if we lose because you could have healed me and we could have won. Those are the times I think strategists makes it hard on themselves on purpose. Like, those are the ones that deserve whatever people are giving out. Those are the ones that, I mean, I'm not saying you need to yell at them or spew insanities, but I'm not saying I don't understand the people doing that. Like, I get it, but when you're doing your job perfectly, which is super easy as I've explained, you shouldn't have these problems outside of those outliers. Like, I get it, bro. The Captain America wants to dive into the back line of 6 people. I'm not saying you should chase after him and heal him, but if he's jumping at you on the way back and he's managed to escape, and the guy he dove has 1 health, Don't make the decision that, hey, I'm going to kill the guy that has 1 health and let the Captain America who also has 1 health die. You have a choice. Heal him. And standing in the back isn't the only thing you could do. This is something, and like I said, I haven't played healer for a while, but I was pretty like close to my group. I'm not going to stand in the back and like spray and pray with Rocket. It's, for lack of a better word. I'm not going to bounce orbs out of nowhere hoping they hit you. I think those things actually have a range of an effective range. So why are you just in the back hiding in a room? Like, stay with your team. I'm not saying right up on them. I'm not saying right in the heat of battle where you can get, you know, one alt destroys you all. Space out a little bit. That's why the daggers or the clap from Luna Snow or whatever it is are arranged. But all in all, man, standing in a room alone where some Psylocke can come get you isn't smart either. You know, standing in a room alone where some Black Panther or Spider-Man is going to snipe you, you're just making the job harder. Once you die, chances are the rest of your team is going to go down. Yes, you may have another healer that's, you know, awesome, bro. Or you might have tanks that'll help keep them alive, but 9 times out of 10, they would have done a lot better with you there. I think that's a lot of problems that strategists have. They don't understand positioning. They don't understand when and where to put out the damage. I get it. You've seen the videos all over YouTube. Don't just be a heal bot. But, well, I mean, yeah, but pick and choose when you don't want to be a heal bot. Like 9 times out of 10, that is why you pick that role. That is what you're supposed to do. Just heal them up, and in the heat of battle, you know, you see somebody you can get a pick on, go ahead and do it. You see your teammates aren't under any pressure, go ahead and do it. Don't have a teammate at half health and decide, oh, let me go thirst this Star-Lord. Great, you may or may not get him, but honestly, you would have been better healing your DPS or your tank up, and they could have blocked or took out the Star-Lord on their own. Like I said, a lot of people in this game, and it's not just healers or strategists, but they're out for themselves. And what I mean by that is, I'm not saying they don't want to win, but 9 times out of 10, they want that pretty score sheet. Like, I can't tell you how many people want, oh, I have 40k, 50k healing. I'm like, bro, that means nothing when you've healed no one when it counts. Listen, healers, you may have 40k healing, but that's between the one tank you decided to heal and pocket all match while you let everyone else die. Does that make sense? That tank can probably survive without your heals for a very long time, especially if it's like a Strange or a Magneto. Like, yes, top them off every now and then, pause, but realistically, like that DPS that's over there putting out the most damage and he's peeking in and out of cover, throw him some heals as well. Look, have a little variety in your healing. You know what I'm saying? Spread the love, spread it out. I get it. You want to be selfish, and this brings me to a point that I notice far too often, and it'll be that a strategist, aka healer, will have queued with, you know, a buddy of theirs, a friend with theirs, and by golly, they will not leave that man or that person's side. I don't know if they're yelling at him, heal me, heal only me, keep me alive, and to their credit, they do. They keep that one person alive the entirety of the match. There, you just see a Punisher out in the open, no cares giving, getting attacked by the whole team, and he's alive, and they just leave him alone and wipe everybody else because that healer is only healing them. And I'm like, what is going on? I've seen 2 healers heal each other for an entire match. I'm like, come on, man. Spread the love. This isn't, I get it, man. That's your friend. That's your buddy. But if he's going to yell at you for not healing him just because he wants a good stat sheet, I mean, is he really your friend? I mean, Q to win. Q to win. Not Q to heal your friend, not Q to be best, but y'all still gonna be friends afterwards, hopefully. And heal who matters. But I think these things inadvertently make it harder to heal, harder to strategist, harder to play this class as itself when you should just keep things nice, simple, smooth. Do your job. And I get it. Frustration arises when they got like a Venom and a Cap beating your head and your team doesn't give a crap. I'm not saying it's not difficult in those aspects in games, but what I'm saying is when you have bad players on your team, things like that are going to happen regardless. You got to do the best you can do with whatever the situation is you were given. And as long as you do that, like 99.9% of the time, things will be fine. There will be those games where there's nothing you can do because your team is bad, but chalk that up to that. Let's not just be bad healers. Let's not let the mistakes be ours. Let's not just heal our friend. Let's just not throw random heals out or random DPS out when we should be healing. You screw your score sheet. I'm gonna be the first to say it, or I may not even be the first to say it, but the first time you're hearing it from me, screw your score sheet. Just do your job well. As long as we win, nobody's gonna have anything to say to you. Well, some people are just evil in spite of that, but most of the time things will be cool. But let me know your thoughts down below. I'm gonna go ahead and get out your hair. It's your boy KLG Ouchie. Until next time, stay safe. Peace.